protecting your fellow mutants? What? Destroy it! Destroy everything! Destroy Cerebro! Wreak havoc.
Alex? Hey! Hey, asshole!
All will be revealed, my child.
Stop! No!
What's going on, guys? Bart here with Tully Television, and today we're going to be getting into a comic book review. Havok and Wolverine Meltdown issue 2 out of 4. But before we get into all that, I want to thank all of you for stopping by. The new viewers, returning viewers, future viewers. I hope that today is the day we can entertain you, make you feel an emotion about something that we're talking about, and just give us a plumbo good old shot at subscribing to an awesome YouTube channel here. We're on the road to 300 subscribers, and once we reach that, I'll be giving away some comic books to a random subscriber, and we can do a little watch along of the movie 300, just so we can be a bunch of goofy goobers here at Tully Television. But yeah, let's get into this comic book review. I did issue one a while ago now, and I kind of forgot that I wanted to do this with you guys. So, yeah, this came out in 1988, written by Walter and Louise Simonson. The artist who did Havok in this issue was Kent Williams, and the artist who did Wolverine is Bill Oakley. If we recap issue 1, it was basically Havok and Wolverine in Mexico having themselves a good old time. And they had a little contest with themselves on whoever uses their powers first. And in the case of Wolverine, his claws, because you can't really stop a healing factor, you know. Whoever uses their abilities first, so to speak, will have to pay the bar tab at the end of the trip there. And they winded up getting separated by this shadow group that is trying to get a hold of Havok. And that's where we pick up now. Wolverine and Havok got separated. And we have this lady here. Well, we initially start off with Wolverine going around back to the original bar they were at in issue 1 to find out where he can find, like, who is behind the attack on him and Havok, because he knows that there would be really no other way of anyone getting a hold of them unless they were ratted out there, you know what I mean? So then we also pick up here in a hospital with Havok, and who he knows as Scarlet, but her name is Quark, and we'll find out in this issue that she is involved with the group who is trying to take basically Havok under their control, so to speak. We have a character by the name of Meltdown here, and he's thinking about the plan that Dr. Neutron, his partner, has made, and basically they're trying to bring power back to Mother Russia. Here's Dr. Neutron, and Havok plays a big role into their plans, because what they want Havok to do is basically be a nuclear reactor and be able to give them nuclear power again. And the only reason why they're trying to, the reason why they're trying to do that, like I said, is to reestablish themselves as a nuclear power in the world. Here they're trying to convince him that Wolverine is dead, and he's trying to explain how he doesn't think that's really plausible because he knows why Wolverine is not dead. He's seen Wolverine go through a lot of things at this time, even in 1988, so to speak, right? And he knows it's hard to put that old Canadian bastard down. Wolverine has been trying to follow scents and stuff like that, and he comes across this food truck guy who calls in and tries to rat him out that he's around trying to look for Havok, and he winds up getting himself into a little bit of trouble. We see here Scarlet trying to convince Havok that he needs to run away, and he'll bring her with him because she's making it seem like she's not a part of this thing and that she's trying to protect him. But what they're really trying to do is have him trust her enough to actually bring him to Dr. Neutron and Meltdown, also trying to convince him that Wolverine is dead so he can just forget about Wolverine. But they're not thinking like he would just want to go back to the X-Men anyway to tell them what happened. So he's always going to have a motivation to leave, but they've been trying to brainwash him through the television and through the music they're playing in the hospital that he was in. So there's that. We also pick up with Wolverine here, pretending that he was knocked out so he can get a little closer to finding out where Havok is and how to save him. The story in a general sense is a good story, I think. Very brutal, very graphic with certain things. I love the art. The story is a good story because I think that it was a good reason, a good way to be able to make a Havok and Wolverine story and, just see what these two guys are like together, because Wolverine and Cyclops over the years wasn't always on the best of terms. But here, him and Alex seem to be really close and enjoying their time together, actually. But again, Scarlet/Quark continues her quest to brainwash Alex and bring him to where he needs to go so that Neutron and Meltdown can use him for their own means. We see Wolverine here fighting through... Let's see. Wolverine winded up getting buried. Was it? No. He followed his scent because I think they were trying to convince him also that Havok was dead, and he was able to follow the scent all the way to a grave that was not Alex's grave, obviously, but he gets a scent to go where they are at now, and he was so close to finding Alex and confronting him to say that he's not dead and to not believe this woman. But, they just missed each other because the scent that brought Wolverine to the fake grave, then to this headquarters where they just took off. It's all part of trying to get Alex away from there and away from Wolverine and his chase to find him, because they just want him to again reactivate this reactor through his powers, and to be able to give Meltdown the ability, more abilities to be the equivalent of, say, like a Captain America, but in Russia. And they need Alex's powers to do that. So, so far in the first 2 issues, I enjoyed the story. I thought that it was pretty cool. And it seems like Alex is falling in love with this Quark character, Scarlet. Even though at the time him and Lauren Dane Polaris had a on again off again relationship, and they didn't really mention her or too much of any other X-Men in this series. I'm thinking that maybe this was just a story outside of continuity, or that could be placed anywhere in continuity at, to a degree. I mean, for back then anyway, because there hasn't been too many references to this limited series that I've noticed over the years, except for people remembering how dope the art was, which I think the art is very decent in this. And a little preview cover to Wolverine and Havok Meltdown issue 3. And we'll have that issue and issue 4 to wrap up soon. But let me know what you've been thinking of this review. I'll try to remember to add the link to the first issue down below. And yeah, until next time, peace, Snookums.